Greetings everybody, welcome to Space Engineers. This is my newest ship. It is a marine transport. I'm going to give you a look at it today. First we'll start with the outside, then we'll go inside and check out what's going on. Outside you see it's bristling with turrets. There's a lot on either side, on all sides. Essentially mostly for point defense, mostly for fighting off missiles and smaller intruders. Definitely not for ship-to-ship combat, capital ship to capital ship combat. This is one of the biggest ships I've made to date. It's a dense ship. It has a mass of 13,740 metric tons. It has a length of about 180 meters, height of about 20 meters, and a width of about 15 meters. It consists of about 4,000 or so armor blocks, and it has storage of about 796,000 liters, about 796, what is that, cubic meters? Yes, 796 cubic meters. Here we've entered the airlock. Don't come in the airlock if you're not supposed to be in the airlock. Connects directly outside, and here we also have gravity. And gravity is featured throughout the ship, as well as regular lighting. Here we'll enter the back, which is the engine room. The ship's role is that of a marine transport, and it has a lot of little sections for things. One of my goals was to make it so the engines were accessible everywhere inside the ship, so you could do repairs inside if you had to. And I'll take us around those real quick. Moving on from the engine room, on either side there are corridors taking us through to all the engine sections. Again, more engine sections. So we can repair anything from the inside of the ship without having to go outside. More sections that lead away from these maintenance corridors and the forward engines. And of course they're paralleled on either side. Alright, now we're at the front of the ship. And there are a lot of ways around this ship, a lot of little passages and things. I'll try not to get you too lost, have you have a sense of where we're at. This is a storage area just below the bridge. It also features one of the gravity generators. There are two gravity generators because we're broken into sections there of those. Briefly, I'll take you out to the hangar, which is very important. As a marine transport, they need a way to kind of move troops from the transport to locations. And here's the hangar. Here we feature the marine dropship Aitos and an unnamed worker ship for doing maintenance. Both are battery operated. Oop. And I forgot I extend the ship and didn't extend the gravity. Both are battery operated, and they connect to connectors to recharge. They're securely down using clamps and the connectors. And here are some new blast doors. I just added these. The ship's been done, and I finished it up with some blast doors and some pistons, which I'll demonstrate in a bit. I'd also like to show the Aitos shuttle. It's kind of cool. Kind of a cool ship. You can see there a little bit of the interior. Things like that. Alright. Moving up from this little extra storage, you'll see packed around the ship there's lots of storage and things like that. Here we have the bridge. A lot of workstations. A couple pilot areas. A couple command seat areas. Turrets for some more defense. A little bit of viewing capability. Much more defended, though. There's a lot of things in the way of the bridge, which can be a good thing, because you don't want it to get destroyed. Destroyed would be bad. Alright, from here, there's a lot of ways we can go. We can either go down through the maintenance areas, through the engine room and things, or we can go up, and we're going to go up. So we're going to check out the crew quarters. This is sort of like an officer's lounge area, which I'm experimenting with tables, but I didn't actually put one here yet. I'll show you the one I did put in the captain's quarters. Here's the captain's quarters. It's going to be the largest of them. Here's a table. Ooh, table. Yeah, look at that. Furniture. It's Space Engineers. I just put a landing leg down there and then covered it up as nice as I could. I'll probably touch it up a little more too. I'll probably take these out and put on some jagged blocks like that. All officer quarters have their own personal cargo containers. And of course, lighting. And here's a bed. Not my idea on the bed. And I apologize, wonderful YouTuber who had this, but I saw that somewhere else and thought that is awesome. It makes the beds double as maybe like a cleaning area as well. Maybe they can do some sort of encapsulation, like another section closes down and does something. Another crew quarters, which I thought I put a container in here, but alright. And this is another officer's quarters, so anybody who's not the captain but is still an officer gets these. There are only 4 or 5 such quarters, and they all look pretty much like that. Here they are. So this is the officer section. It's vast in comparison to other sections, which you'll see coming into the general quarters. Yeah. This section houses up to 48 Marines. Well, possibly a couple crew just for the ship, but generally the Marines actually have to crew the ship too. And a lot of things are built to keep them busy because they might be on a long voyage, and you don't want Marines not having anything to do. So here's all this for them. Here I envision more like a rec room or something like that, and I'll probably come up with some more dibbly-doo type stuff like I did with that table for later. And here's an extra storage room. A lot of containers, and pretty much it's about just storing stuff where we could put it. Lots and lots of storage. Here's a back window to look back into the engine room. Not for any particular reason, just because I wanted to break the monotony a bit. Another rec area type thing, or maybe even like a kitchen or something here. Yep, just came from there. As you can see, I still need to kind of pay attention to where I'm going, because it's easy to get lost in here. Coming down, just so you get an idea where we're at, here's the airlock, and this is if we'd gone the front way. There are stairs that come around, and then you go around to the other section of the ship here. But real quick, I'll come up here and show you what's going on. This is the armory and a firing range. Armory has plenty of space to hold everything they need, rifles and ammunition. And then a firing range. Oh no. Well, the firing range did feature targets here. And it's unfortunate that they're not here because they didn't get copied with the ship, because they were also on landing legs. That's really unfortunate. Well, you know what? I will take a picture of it and put it up there, darn it. And that's going to be the thumbnail. The firing range. That's right. Damn. I guess it's the problem with small ship parts being used as doodads in your ship. They won't get copied over with anything. I copied this from another save. The aft gravity generator. I copied this from another save because the other save is littered with creations and just, yeah. So here we're heading into the midsection. And from here, you can either bypass parts of the midsection that you don't need, coming over this way, or going inside of them. Here's the medbay, a waiting area, lots of med stations. I think we got about 6, which is pretty good. That should do just fine. And more beds. Beds for the really, really messed up. And maybe they can do something like, I don't know, maybe they can assist with healing in some way, have some surgical stuff. That's also part of the need for them, is that if you need to do something more invasive, you can do them there. And a storage for medical supplies here. Here again, access way. If you wanted to bypass all this to get to the front or back of the ship and didn't want to deal with this midsection, fine. Understandable, because now we're going into the engine room, and who wants to be walking in the engine room all the time? So this room is one of my favorite rooms, actually, because there's a lot going on in here. First off, you can kind of come to the bottom and bypass a lot. Large reactor, cordoned off, as a nuclear reactor should be, even though it's not on a lot of my ships. And that just leads to the back of the engine room. Here you can go up and access the nuclear reactor if need be. Here's some emergency batteries in case the ship loses power or needs some auxiliary power. We have quite a bit. Between the two, looks like 2 megawatt hours, so pretty good for power. A lot of gyros. Lot of gyros. I tried it with one line of these, and that was not doing. So I had to get another line. And I've tried to make it so you can access all the control panels of pretty much everything in the ship. I want everything to be accessible. More storage. Again, this is a Navy ship, and they're gonna think in a very space-efficient way on most things. And oh look where we've ended up. Ta-da! Here again, this would have come from the side passage, which is pretty long. Woo! You know, things that just kind of make it aesthetically pleasing in here, which can also access those maintenance areas. This is the maintenance passage for maintaining engines. And we're back to the under section of the command area. Cool, right? Alright, so real quick, I'm going to go prepare the blast doors of the hangar. I have everything marked in a lot of ways. Hangar pistons. Here we can watch the hangar doors open. I'm very happy with the update of the pistons. Very cool. Get a good another look at the outside of the ship. A lot of turrets, some antennas. Woo! Camera angles. Oh man, the camera does not like me. Okay, alright camera, I see how it is. Gonna go down to the hangar. We're gonna prep the dropship, and we're going to deliver some troops. It's gonna happen. Like I said, there is space for another utility vehicle. It'd probably be another one of those, but yeah. So yeah, this baby is a Marine dropship, and it does not play games. The Aitos is a monster. Give you a quick look in the back here. I was gonna do some fold down like ramp type deal. It was giving me a lot of trouble the other day, and I just had to let go of it. So the shuttle here holds crew for up to 18, and for some reason, some of the passenger chairs, one of the passenger chairs got deleted. Crew up to 18. It's got a pretty big system for inventory, so its guns can hold quite a bit. You can stack a lot of ammunition in here. The gyros are neatly hidden under the spine, and yeah, I got some landing legs, and the landing legs fold back to get out of the way. Alright, so the hangar's prepped, everybody's on board. We're going to disconnect the connector. Make sure that we actually have power. Yep, plenty of power. And then you just have to pull back. Oh, that does not help. Unlock. There we go. You gotta unlock the legs before you undo them. Now we just gotta escape that. Alright. Here we go, we're ready. And go for takeoff. Always a satisfying effect. And we'll just come over here. And we'll just fly to this platform over here. Just to kind of demonstrate. A lot of engines. All heavy armor. It's a big ship. The acceleration on it's not super high, as the acceleration on our mothership is not super high. It's kind of cool to watch it leave in the distance. Get these right here. Yeah, it did some damage, yeah. Now we're gonna come in for a landing. While we're coming down, we're gonna get the landing legs in the right spot. Ready to go. I like how they did the new platform. I like the crane out there. It's kind of fun. Alright, this is where bigger base. We would just land. Lock those gear. Everybody out, go, go, go! And then, you know, unlock the gear. Pull back the rotors so they're not in the way. Loiter for a bit while the Marines do their work. Get rid of this turret, it's dangerous. Alright, then of course we would land when the operation's done. And we'd all head back. Alright, and that's pretty much gonna be it. This is Guz, and I hope you like the Marine Transport and the dropship Aidos. They're not that super fancy, but I really like the ships. They were a lot of fun to build and test. I spent a lot of testing. I spent a lot of time working on these. That's why I haven't done a video in a while. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and take care, fly safe,